On this week's episode, we'll be talking about the Church of England. No, maybe the Methodist Church. Or the Roman Catholics. Or all the other ones. How did we get here?
We're back again with another fab question today, which I kind of want to intro with us by asking around the table, because we're going to be talking about different kinds of churches, different denominations. We're all Church of England these days, but how many different denominations do you think we've worshipped in between us? And I don't know what this is for you. Simon, any other denominations for you?
Independent Free Church until I was 11.
Yeah.
And a Baptist church when I was a student.
Okay, so 2 for you.
Born and raised Roman Catholic, but I didn't know I was Roman Catholic.
Yeah, still were. Okay, so just 2 for you?
Born and raised Anglican, but been to quite a lot of ecumenical churches.
Right, well, and you're quite ecumenical now, aren't you?
I am.
Okay, so that's
we'll
that's
talk
at
what
least.
that means a bit later.
What about you, Howell?
I was born and raised Catholic, and I was in an independent evangelical church for a couple of years, and then I became an Anglican.
Right.
Ooh,
so
I get invited to preach at a Baptist church and a Free Church from time to time. So
okay,
we're adding them up.
Yeah, we are. We
Yeah,
are. The story.
I've
Yeah. I think we haven't had URC yet. This is like a game
We
of
have a
church
URC
bingo.
in our
I was in
ecumenical
URC
yes,
for a
Adam,
while.
URC.
I've done a URC service, yeah.
Church bingo,
Yeah.
URC. I think we almost might have full house. Methodist. Has anybody had Methodist?
Yes, we have Methodist in our
Yes.
partnership.
So actually, in answer to this fantastic question, which comes from M on YouTube, thank you for your question via YouTube. I know that you all come from different Christian traditions, so how did you find your home within the Church of England? Fab question, M. I think we're probably going to need to just each give a little bit of potted story, because we obviously clearly have boinged between us, and of most definitely Church of England now, but only just potentially. Who wants to start?
Well, I've lived most of my life in England now, even though I spent my childhood and early adult years in Ireland. And I was getting a cab to the airport to head back to Ireland for a holiday. And the cab driver says, "Oh, you're Irish. What are you, Protestant or Catholic?" And I said, "No, I'm a Christian." And he got really frustrated with that answer. And he said, "Yeah, but which one are you?" And I was there, "Well, neither. They're the guys I see on TV trying to kill each other in Northern Ireland, blowing each other up. I'm a Christian. It's about peace and love and Jesus and stuff." And he just couldn't take this answer. And I remember heading home and asking my mother, and she said, "You're a Catholic, for God's sakes, you silly boy."
Right.
And I thought, but I thought they were the baddies, just like the Protestant are baddies. I thought Christian are goodies.
Right,
So I never really got it.
Interesting.
Right. And actually, the Church of England it brings stuff from both of them. I mean, it is Protestant, but there's quite a long tradition that's part of our tradition of
The Creed,
Catholicism. Exactly.
Apostolic
So
Catholic Church.
that makes a lot of sense to why you're here now. What about you?
Well, I'm Anglican born and bred, really.
Yes.
I grew up
So are you
going to the
leaving?
Church of England. So, well, I'm kind of... I've been moving further away, I suppose. The last 2 jobs I've had have been chaplaincies in an ecumenical context, meaning different denominations working together. So I bought my sheep because I'm part of a big flock that kind of expands beyond the Anglican Church. It's a very cute sheep. And... yeah, so I think for me that's become really important. I'm not sure I'd want to go back to working in a context where I was just working in an Anglican place again.
So you'd really infuriate the cab driver as well then?
I really
Still
would.
going,
I really
I'm
would.
A Christian,
I'm a Christian.
I'm a Christian.
And certainly working in a university, for a lot of our students, it's not really a question they ask. What denomination are you?
No.
I once had somebody say, "How would I know if I'm an Anglican?" Which I thought was a really good question. And it's as a chaplaincy, we worship together, and we are Christians, as you say. So although I am an Anglican because I work for the Anglican Church and I do have a deep affection connection with the Anglican Church, it's where I come from, but nonetheless, to me, the important thing I am is a Christian rather than being an Anglican.
Well, I bought in a map. I was looking for a London A to Z actually, because my husband and I, when we moved to London, we'd met in a free church in Bradford. Then we left that because it was very fundamentalist and
I went
we were
there
only
once.
here. We did,
Yeah, I
yeah.
went
We
there
overlapped,
once.
I think, and then we went to the URC church up the road, which was literally just around the corner, so we could stay asleep a lot longer. And then when we've lived around lots of places, and both of us have lived in other countries. Local is how we've ended up in Church of England. But these days, which also means I've been in lots of different kinds of Anglican churches, from the really traditional, as you imagine, all the caricatures on the TV programmes, and the ones that you wouldn't know because everybody's in T-shirts with guitars. And I seem to quite like both, which is helpful. And that's the reason I stay. It's not a very interesting answer to how I ended up here, but the reason I stay is because we are a mixed bunch.
We really are.
But
And
even
I
describing-
really like
even
that.
describing ourselves by denominations, as you're saying, is misleading. I mean, I partly grew up in an Anglican church, but within that church we had some very conservative people. We had some raving charismatics, and we had people that were absolutely wedded to 1662 Book of Common Prayer,
Yeah.
choral evensong, and all that thing. And even that in that one church, there was such a melee.
Yeah.
That actually you come up with and so you can find just as easily working with, Baptists or Methodist. Well, Methodists are virtually Anglicans anyway, aren't they not?
Oh, don't say
have
that
got
word.
covenant
Yeah,
now.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
a lot.
There's a lot in common.
It's also very open and mixed, which is why I feel most at home and stay. What about you, Hal?
Well, the thing is, even in the Catholic Church, I know when I was growing up in South Wales, the big divide there was between the Irish Catholics and the Italian Catholics, because it was kind of like used to have
Splitters.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, it was because they come from different cultures and different countries, isn't it? So the Irish were more low church sort of thing, and the Italians were much more sort of up there sort of thing. So when someone got out an umbrellino, the Italians were like, "Ooh!" and the Irish were like, "Oh, I've never seen them before."
never even heard
so
of
I think, I think it's
What's
to
an
do.
umbrellino?
It's like a big umbrella thing. so that's why it's called umbrellino. But the thing is with it is it's just like it doesn't matter what Christian group that we're part of. There's diversity in all of it, and I think. For me, the reason I'm an Anglican is because of the Book of Common Prayer. Is the brilliant thing about it for me is I can follow it was the Welsh prayer book that brought me into it really, is I can worship with people who have quite different views to me about what the Eucharist is, about lots of other different things, but together we can actually worship together. And I like the way in Anglicanism there isn't any sort of confessional doctrines about you must agree with we have a prayer book that we all get together and we say together. So I've opted for that level of mystery and diversity.
Well, that's
So I
a
think that's
really
what I like
important.
now.
Yeah, and actually, I think when you were saying, Paul, that you didn't know what you were, and actually, quite often, my kids, believe it or not, with two vicar parents, said, "Oh, what's Anglican? Oh, are we? Is that what we are?" And because they've also worshipped in lots of different contexts. And I think that's something really, really important
Variety
about
is
the
the spice of
character.
life, yeah.
Well, and about the character of who the church is. I like the fact that there are people who disagree with me, and that actually we're probably both a bit wrong. And I think it's quite important that we say out loud to the world. And there are not a lot, but noisy Christians who sometimes will make it sound like there's only one way of being a Christian, and there just isn't.
But that's the trouble, though. What you've got a lot of the time, though, is the perception of what Christianity is and the reality are so different.
Exactly.
And it's a bit like, for me, like my wife's Roman Catholic and my kids are brought up Roman Catholic, and loads of people think that I must be sacked and the bishop can't know about that because I wouldn't be allowed to ask them and all these sorts of things. And like, no, it's fine.
No, it's for
everybody
other
knows.
reasons, yeah.
And everybody, and they said, what do people in the church say? And I said, well, they're all right about it. They're fine about it. Nobody cares. And they're kind of like, yeah, but what does her priest say? I bet he's really angry. And I'm like, no, he's kind of fine and everything's okay.
Because we're all grown-ups.
Because we're not the people who people on TV tell lies about us.
Which is an amazing way to end, because honestly, if you only ever thought the Church of England was what you saw on the telly, then we should all be speaking like this, and we should all be wearing something only very bland, and having nothing other than something very old-fashioned and serious to say. as it is, you know that isn't the case. And so whatever kind of tradition your particular local Church of England is, it's great that you're part of a very, very diverse family.
It's fake news. That's what it is. That's what it is.
You did it! He did it!
Gotcha.
Simon, get him!
Don't forget to join in the conversation on
Did you say about?
I did.
Are people constantly interrupting you, Hal?
Twitter and all the other handles.
No. That's like just very old CB radio. That's not social media.
Okay, anyway, there's several people disagree with you, so you probably ought to do it again.
Right, fine. Channels, not handles.
I can't use that. Try again.
Take 47.
Right, here we go. Right. Thanks for watching. Sorry, I can't say that either.
Now you're interrupting yourself.
So thanks for watching and
Hang on,
join.
start again.
Sorry, right, yeah. That's wrong. Sorry. So don't forget to join in the conversation on the various different channels on Facebook and Twitter and all the other ones. And we'll see you next time on TGI.
That was a bit long.
That was lovely. He had a nice smile at the end.
He actually almost smiled. You could just about see him
Yeah,
smiling.
he doesn't like smiling.
No, I don't.
And it was genuine because his eyes could tell.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay, was that all right?
Yes. Say yes.
I'll do. Okay.